Bitcoin is in a critical place right now, and if this goes badly, I'm out. I'm going to be selling. I'm literally going to start cutting some losses, at least anticipating that the market could be dropping lower in order for me to buy back in. And I want to break this down for you because I almost never say anything like that. And to be clear, I'm not going to sell a lot of my Bitcoin. I'll probably just sell a little bit in anticipation of buying it back lower. And this is to do with the resistance ranges that we have up ahead. Ladies and gents, the first thing that I need you guys to be very, very well aware of right now is what happened in the market from its low to where it's trading at right now. Now, the market's recent low, depending on the exchange that you're using, is at about $25,200, $25,300. And so if we take the ruler tool and measure how high the price was able to rally, from that low to this high, we're up by 22%, and that was effectively within, a day, literally just a day. And the reason that I think this is quite important is if you look back at literally every fucking sound in the universe is going off right now. If you look back and see the kind of bounces that we had in the past off this level, off the 30k area. Now, obviously, I know we're much below that, where we bottomed out. But, the key thing that I just want to draw your attention to is what these kind of bounces have looked like in the past. See, this was a 40% bounce. This was another, it's just consistently printed quite large bounces. We had 20%. This was 32. On this occasion right here, we managed to pull another 33. We've had quite strong bounces off these support levels, and that's kind of what I was talking about, right? When the dump was happening, I was like, look, guys, we need a reaction rally. This thing can't keep on dropping forever. Obviously, a lot of people that were going short will have gotten destroyed on this move already. But the thing is we haven't yet reached the key areas of resistance on this chart. And this is kind of what I'm finding concerning right now. When you're in a bear market and, you form big rallies to the upside, it doesn't matter if you're going up by 20%, 30%, or even 40%. These are all still what I would deem to be reaction rallies, right? And if they're reaction rallies, they're probably not going to last. That's just generally how it goes. So every time we get bounces like this and we start approaching resistance levels, you've got to ask two questions, which is kind of the same question is, basically, is this going to continue moving up, or are we going to capture resistance where we expect to, and then is this downtrend, which we're already in, going to continue? And obviously it's generally a lot easier, it's generally a lot safer to say the latter, to say that the trend is going to continue. And I say this when the market is bullish, and I say it when the market is bearish, so this isn't me having a particular bias. I'm just curious. Fear and greed index down at 10, really not dropping down too low, because it was at 10 just a few days ago as well. So people appear to be somewhat resilient, in my opinion. Longs are still super high. People very bullish on Bitcoin. I don't know where they're getting this sentiment from right now. This is getting ridiculous. I hope this isn't too bad for the video. I don't think the microphone is picking it up as much as I'm hearing it. But I think that those are some important factors to consider. But before we continue with that, I just want to talk about this resistance area so that we can really get a sense of appreciation for it. This is genuinely, ladies and gents, this is the kind of resistance area that can, be the final nail in the coffin for a market. This is the kind of resistance area that, it doesn't mean that anything is going to die or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm still super bullish on Bitcoin in the long term, but I'm talking about, like, in terms of inflicting a lot of pain. If there's a time where we can expect that to come in with a high degree of certainty, it's going to be like right around here. But not necessarily the word time, but price level. I'm looking at anywhere between kind of here and 36. And let me show you why. Now, first of all, the easiest way I can demonstrate this is just zooming out and showing you that this area has provided phenomenal levels of support for Bitcoin. Since the beginning of last year in January, we were able to use this area as support 18 separate times. And continue to get bounces off it. So to me, that makes it a very significant support area. It's definitely stood some test of time, having been used for about 14-15 months or whatever, and the reversals that it caused were huge, right? So this area has just triggered very, very strong moves to the upside, like right here. Other moves like this, which are still very strong, but not as big, and obviously, yeah, just rallies to all-time highs. So this 30k region, super, super important. Honestly, it would be naive to not expect it to turn into resistance because of that. And so, you know, this is a heavy, heavy area of resistance, and we're going to need a lot of bloody strength in order to break it. And obviously, you know, just coming off the back of a new swing low, you know, I just don't expect that we can have anything close to the level of strength that we actually need in order to penetrate this level. So I'm not expecting that we will. And so the next thing that I want to do is take a look at resistance areas. And well, if you are watching this YouTube channel, you're going to remember that I was outlining this 1 hour EMA ribbon, but I said that because this is the 1 hour time frame, I'm not actually worried about it, and I think Bitcoin's going to be able to climb above it with no problem. What might be a problem is the 4 hour EMA ribbon, and this has already acted on the market. So that analysis coming in absolutely clutch, super, super reliable. Guys, we've been doing very, very well with these markets in terms of analysis on this YouTube channel, and if you've been appreciating it, just do me a favor and smash up the likes, guys. You've noticed, hopefully, with this market cycle, now that things are turning down, you know, 4Flies, this channel is one of the very few ones on this platform that has kept it real consistently from the top. Where at the very top, when Bitcoin was trading towards that 69k level, we were even warning about a potential market crash. Nobody wanted to hear it. I got a lot of hate for it. That's what happens, right? When I say what I'm seeing with the truth and I'm actually trying to give you guys sober analysis, people ain't gonna like that stuff. But you know, the veil is being lifted from everyone's eyes. The truth is coming out, and if you appreciate what this channel has been putting out, because guys, it's bloody difficult being in this position, then just do me a favor and smash up those likes. Make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel as well. We're posting content around the clock, and you don't want to be missing it just because you haven't shown the YouTube algorithm that you want to see more of these videos. So you know, you might get recommended these videos if you're not subscribed, but you're definitely gonna miss them, you know, occasionally or regularly. So do make sure to subscribe if you like this kind of stuff, and of course tick the bell as well. That's always very helpful. I gotta give a quick shout out to Bybit. You guys already know the deal. This is the only place that I've been trading all of these markets, and when you sign up using my link in the description down below, you're going to get some free money deposited into your account as a thank you for using my sign up link, and that allows you to trade and do whatever you like with that money. So that's very, very cool. But like I said, resistance here, kind of stretching between 30,000 to 33,000 on the 4 hour EMA ribbon. As soon as we break this level, if we do, we have more EMA resistance right here on the daily, and this starts at 35,000 and ends at 38,000. Getting up here is the ideal bounce that I want to see. The reason for that is if we measure this from the low, I don't know what I've just done there. Let's wait for the chart to refresh. If we measure this from the low and we look at what it would take to bring Bitcoin into this EMA ribbon, it's bang on, you know, 40% recovery, which is quite good. It basically means Bitcoin has to double what it's already done, right? Because it's already up by 20. So it's got to manage to rise up by 40% to hit this range. But that's going to be an area where, you know, I think that if Bitcoin is able to print enough candles to just really shoot up from here, you know, that's probably going to win a lot of people's biases back. It's going to show people that the market might be back, might be coming back alive. You know, the people in their long positions right now are going to be, you know, somewhat excited and so on. So it's just the kind of standard, you know, what these markets love to do is they just, you know, it's like the whiplash of, you know, giving you a lot of hope and then killing it, and then giving you more hope and then killing it. That's what these markets do very efficiently, and obviously that's how the poor people generally end up transferring their wealth back into the hands of the wealthy. And not even poor is the right way. It generally happens to be people with smaller bankrolls that do it, but it's not even about being poor. It's just about being impatient or you know, badly trained or whatever. And obviously these are things which we've been able to fix with so many traders inside of these markets. You know, one thing to just question for yourself right here is when you consider all the things that you'll be learning, which by the way you can just get the details on by following these steps on screen. It'll take you like 5 minutes. Well, not even that, it'll take you like 30 seconds and we'll reply in 5 minutes. The thing is yeah, you know, for what we're offering, many people have lost way more money than what we charge, but the question is, will they have learned as many things as what we're charging for the investment in yourself? And it doesn't even come close. So if you do want to jump inside and really see what's been going on and why, you know, we've been for the most part unaffected by this whole shit show, you know, in the altcoin market and so on. guys, we were prepared for this very well. You know, I mean, yeah, I totally lost money on Bitcoin, but you know, I mean, I didn't lose any Bitcoin. You know, I at least have the same. In fact, I have more Bitcoin now than I did before the crash. You know, whereas a lot of other people are losing both their Bitcoin and their USD. You know, and obviously that's a horrible position to be in. You know, it's a very, very weak position to be in, and you know, we're obviously aiming to not be in that position, because generally we're all anticipating that Bitcoin is going to recover. Obviously, I think we're going to end up hitting 69,000, 100,000, probably even this year. I still think that's super, super possible. But just where this resistance level is concerned, like I said, you know, I'm kind of looking to see if we can get a move up that high. Realistically, I don't know if we can, I don't know if we will, but it is something that would be very, very nice, because you know, this kind of 35 to 38k level, it does line up with a lot of key, you know, especially recently, a lot of these key areas in the market where we saw some reversals. And so if the market would be able to kind of, you know, come back up here for a kiss of death and then continue moving down, that would make a lot of sense just from a, you know, raw trading and analysis perspective. Again, I'm not going to hold my breath for that. I just don't know if it's super likely or not. 4-hour Ichimoku cloud is down now at about, you know, 33, 34. So guys, just this kind of whole range up to about, you know, 37, 38, I think is quite a danger zone for Bitcoin. Now, if we are able to get over it and rise above 38, I think it could get really, really good. I mean, there's still going to be a lot of resistance up ahead. It's not going to be an easy ride, but this is definitely the hardest patch for Bitcoin, and we're basically in it right now at the bottom of it. You know, so far we are showing some weakness, I feel. You know, we were kind of pushing up, but you know, volume has really been moving down. Look at how that volume moving average is trending downward, right, as the price moves up. So it's quite obvious that, you know, that this price action is going to struggle to sustain itself. It doesn't mean it is going to fall, but it's definitely obvious that it's struggling. You know, we're getting, you know, I mean, just this is a lot of people just basically trying to take profits. We're getting these kind of double top patterns. You know, we are pushing back up again now, and it's very possible that we can keep rising up. You know, that's kind of what I'm banking on just for the moment, just because, again, like, the sell-off was so extreme that, yeah, I mean, a few days of correcting upward now would totally make sense. You know, 𝗪𝗙𝗥𝗙𝗓𝗓 MRI indicator has even flashed a buy right here, indicating either a trend reversal where we could be, you know, trending up for, you know, 2 weeks or something, or at the very least a correction where we see kind of, you know, like 1 to 4 days of the price trending upwards. This is a very complex indicator, but if you want to get it, then type this into Google. You'll be able to get it. 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗧, as you guys know, one of my absolute favorite analysts in the world. I've learned so much from him, and his indicator, I mean, his stuff is not as easy to understand as what I say. I feel like it's, you know, you got to be a little bit more knowledgeable to watch his content than you do for mine. But it's worth it, you know, and so definitely check it out if you want to. But yeah, like I said, this is a buy right here, you know, at the very least indicating 1 to 4 days of trending upwards. And I want to make sure that we're open to that possibility. I mean, you know, seeing that the fear and greed index now has basically been floating between kind of 10 and 12 for the last few days. I think this is quite a big deal, you know, and you know, we could very well be looking at, you know, the market seeing some sort of, you know, bigger bounce just because of that. And so again, the main thing that I want to be watching right here are going to be these resistance areas. Let's take a quick peek at the dollar. It's seeing a little bit of a pullback today, you know, not really doing anything too crazy. It still hasn't hit its next area of resistance, which on this chart is going to be around 105, 106. That small, you know, 1% difference is actually quite a big deal for the dollar. So that is something I'm continuing to watch. S&P 500 in a little bit of a recovery mode as well. But yeah, I don't see any of these bounces really sustaining. The thing is the S&P 500 did have, you know, and I'm being very generous here, but it did have a little bit of support kind of in this range, 41 to 42. If it comes back up, you know, old support does generally turn into resistance. So it's actually a little bit more clear on the S&P 500, I think. You know, how this thing could end up, you know, potentially rallying up just over, well, I mean, it can't rally these next few days because today's a Friday, and at the time of me making this video, there's only an hour left until this market closes. So it's basically out of time anyway. But if somehow this rally continues on into Monday, into the next trading week, which I don't really know, I'm going to see how it goes for Bitcoin, but I'm not banking on it. You know, that can kind of help determine for me what I think might end up happening next. Still a total bloodbath, total shit show in the rest of these markets. I'm keeping you guys up to date inside of 𝗓𝗡ly's VIP, so I've got to go right now. But like I said, there are trades that I'm planning in this market right now to rip some gains. Now is the time to be going short, at least for me, and play around with that. I love going short. I think it's quite fun. The advantage with markets like what we have right now is that the levels are very clearly defined. You know, I mean, when we're trending up, it's a little bit more ambiguous, but you know, right now it's super obvious. You know, we have a lot of resistance piling up right here. We have a very weak support down here. I mean, you know, for a trader, it's quite clear, you know, what kind of options are available right now, and that makes it, you know, a little bit easier to position myself in this market. And again, I'm keeping VIP members totally informed on that. You guys already know the deal if you're inside right now. Once again, if you do want to join, then these are the steps on screen. Just click on the first link in the description down below, then click on my name at 𝗓𝗡lys, and then send message to ask me how to join. And once more, this is a 25%. We're running a 25% discount on VIP right now, so you're getting it for a quarter off. And if that sounds like a good deal to you at this beautiful time in the market to be a trader, then definitely grab these opportunities by the balls, and let's crush them together. Because, yeah, like I said, this can turn into something quite catastrophic. I mean, you know, the thing is, and this is kind of the problem that I'm seeing right now, is that, you know, I mean, if we do kind of really flip this area into resistance, you know, we could be looking at another really big leg down, right? And this leg down here, you know, this was kind of like a $15,000 leg. I mean, that's quite a fucking big deal. And if we ended up seeing something like that, let's say from kind of $34,000, we end up dropping by another 15K, yeah, that's going to start putting us basically at about, you know, the $16,000 level. And my god, there's so much noise during this video. I'm so sorry if this is not nice for you guys as listeners, but hopefully the microphone is good, so I hope it's not picking up everything. But yeah, I think it could end up, you know, sending us quite low. I just, you know, I think that this is like a really cloudy sky, you know, I mean, and 𝗙𝗙𝗥𝗙𝗚𝗓𝗦 is just so poetic for demonstrating this. You know, I mean, it is showing us that we've got a red sky above us with these red clouds. You know, I really want to see them kind of close up. You know, I mean, obviously this is going to probably expand quite a lot right now, but it's only kind of when I start seeing that these resistance levels are closing up, that the sky is clearing up, we're starting to get some blue skies, that I can be a little bit more optimistic. Because right now, I mean, we can pump really strong. You know, in very strong ways. You know, market can take itself super high, and I'm still not going to be buying it. I mean, like, as in buying, how do I say, I'm not going to be believing it. I'm definitely interested in buying Bitcoin, but, you know, if we're going to get lower levels, then you know, I'm interested in waiting for that. So you know, I don't know yet if I would if I would actually sell my Bitcoin. You know, more likely than that, I'll probably just go short. You know, which is effectively the same thing as selling Bitcoin, but that's more of an active trade. I'm still super bullish on Bitcoin at these price levels. I think that, well, I know that historically anybody that's ever bought Bitcoin at 50% or less of its previous all-time high has done phenomenally well. You know, the only time that's not been true is right now, but obviously, you know, we're in the trenches right now, so obviously, you know, it hasn't been proven true, but every single time previously it's been the case. And I mean, it's been the case probably, like, I don't know, something stupid like 100 times or something, right? So look, I don't like to bet against Bitcoin. You know, I still think these are phenomenal buy levels, and you know, if I'm expecting it to rise up to 69K, then, you know, to 70 to 100, you know, I mean, these price levels are pretty damn sweet entry levels in my opinion. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm watching to see how we capture more resistance if we do, and then, yeah, if we do, I think we could be looking at, see this right here as well, 1 hour Ichimoku it is offering some problems to Bitcoin right now. We're in it right now as well, so don't be surprised if we do see a little bit of a test back down to 27. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see the market dropping back down without first rising up, because it's going to make it really hard to then, you know, kind of build a picture of what might be happening. The healthiest thing the market can do right now is have a strong rebound to the upside, so I am hoping that you know, we do see a little bit more continued movement moving up, and then yeah, I might look to you know, kind of fill some orders and trade the market lower, only until probably this support level. This is, yeah, basically a new support at about 27, so that's kind of what I'm going to be watching. Obviously these support levels are so fragile. I mean, you know, they can drop so easily. It can turn into something very ugly so quickly, so definitely don't be getting your hopes up in this range, I think. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't tell you what to do, but you know, there you go, ladies and gents. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Just one more time, if you do want to support the channel and you want to be trading on the same exchange that I trust, I've used pretty much all of them, and love these guys the most, then yeah, check them out by following the link in the description, signing up and making your first deposit. When you do that, you're going to get some extra money credited into your account for free as a thank you for using my link. So there you go. Hope you have enjoyed this one. You know what to do. Steps for VIP on screen right here. Hit up the likes if you appreciate this extremely brutally honest content within these crypto markets. Now's the time you need it more than ever. You know it, ladies and gents. Smash up those likes, subscribe, tick the bell, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you all in the next one later today. Bye-bye.